Good morning, good morning. This is Mike in Detroit, and today we're going to tackle a good subject. I got a good one for you today. I dabbled in this area in previous videos, but we're going to kind of get into it a little bit. We're going to talk about diminished chords, these chords like this or this, and we're going to combine them with our dominant chords here. What I'm playing here is an E7, sharp 5, sharp 9, or flat 9. And we're going to see how we can use them as passing chords in our gospel playing, in our jazz playing. Um, because you usually will not see these chords on a lead sheet, or you just got to know when to stick them in. So that's what we're after today. Now you can see that I have my keyboard up here, but you guitar players listen up because you play the same thing on the guitar. You could do the same thing. I could just as easily be playing my guitar, right? So the first thing is, because I don't know where you are, and so this might be a little bit of a review. Let's figure out what a diminished chord is. That chord. And why it's so effective. Well, first of all, if we have a major chord like this, that's a C major 7. We want to make that chord dominant. We just take the 7th and flat it. So we'll end up with a dominant chord. And if we want to make that into a minor chord, we take the 3rd and flat that. Now we have a C minor. If we take the 5th of that minor chord, and that note and flat it. Now we have a minor 7 flat 5. Now if we take this flatted 7 down, now we have a diminished chord. So the universities will tell you that this chord technically is a root, minor 3rd, minor 5th, and a double flatted 7. Flat, flat, flat. It is a stack of minor thirds. If you wanted to find it on the piano, you go. It's a stack of minor thirds, which makes it symmetrical. So what here is, so in essence, there's really only 3 of them. So what do I call this chord? I can call it a C diminished, I can call it an E flat diminished, I can call it a G flat diminished, or I can call it an A diminished, because if I play E flat diminished, you notice it's the same notes, and same notes, just inversions of the same notes. So that's actually your first good exercise, is to make sure you can play diminished chords in their inversions. And if I go here, I'm back where I started from. So I said there's 3 of them. So if I took it up to, if I played D flat diminished, right? And then I inverted that, and I inverted it again, and then I inverted it again, and then one more time, I'm back where I started from. So that's the second family, you want to call it. And then of course the 3rd one is here. So what do I call that? I can call it a D diminished, F diminished, A flat diminished, B diminished. It's all the same thing. It's and make sure you can invert that. And now, so make sure you can play diminished chords. Now on the guitar it's easy. You just get a grip and move it up to the fretboard, but on the piano it's not so easy. Make sure you can go up and down. In other words, you have these diminished chords under your fingers. Also, these diminished chords could care less what key you're in, it's just the same diminished chords. So they're very handy little tools because they go wherever they want to go. It's the same. It's going to be the same diminished chords. You don't have to learn a new diminished chord just because you change keys. If you learn those three families, you got it. You got it for doesn't matter what key you're playing in. Speaking of keys, let's put us in the key of C. Okay, so we know C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, G is 5, A is 6, B is 7, and we're back to 1 again. We also know that there are chords associated with those scale degrees. On the 1, it's 99% of the time it's going to be major. 2 is going to be minor. 3 is also going to be minor. Don't worry about how I'm voicing these chords. You can voice them like this or beginner, wherever you are. 4 is major. 5 is a dominant chord. 6 is minor. Now 7 is a kind of a minor 7/5 chord, and then we're back to 1. So make sure you know your diatonic harmony. Now in gospel, you'll hear a little different kind of sound. So 1 is this. Let's do triads. I think. Now 1's going to be 1, a major chord. So 2 is going to be minor. A lot of times you'll hear this. I'm playing a 4/2. A lot of times you'll hear a 1/3. That's a staple gospel sound. Now last time I played this, that's a staple jazz sound. This is a little bit tingling your ear here. You hear this, that's probably either modern gospel or jazz. But if you hear this, that's a pretty staple gospel sound. So that's a 3 chord, but it's a 1/3. Now we got a 4 chord. So that's a 5 chord, that's the same. That's a dominant chord. Here's that 1/6 again. So 1, 3, and 6 are in the same family. Now in gospel, a lot of times you'll hear this 5/7 sound. And then we're back to 1 again. Much of that should have been review. Now, why did we go over diatonic harmony? Because we're going to stick chords in between those. We're approaching a certain chord, and we're going to stick a diminished chord or a secondary dominant chord in front of that chord. So let's say we're approaching the 6th chord. that chord. That's our target, right? That's where we're going. So I'm playing an A minor 9. I could have played it this way or this way. Voicings, if you want voicings, I got another video on that. Now, how do I approach that chord and give this sense of tension and release? So A minor is my target. I can go a half step below A minor. That A would take me to here and play a diminished chord and go like this. Now rhythm here is important, so you're landing, you got to stick the landing on time, but rhythm, you'll get the rhythm if you've heard any music. So you want to, there's that diminished chord. I could have played it here. Remember your inversions, but I stick the landing. So we got this. So where do we see these diminished chords most commonly? 6, I just told you. 2 is another one. Right? 2 is another one. So what if my target was 2? Well, same thing. I take that 2, go down a half step, and I'll play this. Make sure you stick the landing. So here's the diminished chord. That's tension, that sounds funny, and that resolves to the 2 chord. So 6 and 2 are very common places you just put a diminished chord in front of that chord. Sometimes it's in the song, you know. But if it's not in a song, you can just put it in there, because 99 out of 100, you won't see this in your sheet music, you won't see it in the lead sheet. You just have to hear it and put it in. So 6 and 2 are common places, so is 3. So if my destination is 3, there's an E minor 9. I do the same formula. I take that E down a half step and I'll go here. That's the sound you're after, but make sure you stick the landing. There's the diminished chord, and there's the resolution. Now in gospel, you'll hear a 4 chord, right? I think occasionally in old school jazz you'll hear this too. So I'm on a 4 chord. Let me just play it a little simpler. Now we need a sharp 4 diminished. And then here's that 5/1. So let me do that again. 4, sharp 4 diminished, and then 5/1. Now that 5/1, 99% of the time is going to 6. So if I already told you, if I'm heading for 6, I can precede that with another diminished chord. So that sets up a whole kind of a 4, 5, 6 chord progression. So here we got 4, sharp 4 diminished, 1/5, diminished to 6. Now 6 wants to go to the 2 chord. So can I put a diminished chord there? You better believe I can. 2, I just stuck a 5 chord, I'm actually playing a diminished chord, not preceding. Take away the bass note, what do you got? Another diminished chord. So these diminished chords are all over the place. If the bass player is playing that, take that away, and I have a diminished chord. If you want to analyze that chord, that's a G7 flat 9. And that'll take me home. So let's make up a song. And see if this makes some sense. And my dogs are ready to eat. So let's make up a song. Like most songs, we start on the 1 chord. And we want to go to the 4 chord, right? So this time we're going to put a 2-5-1 in front of that 4 chord. Now 4 likes to go to 6. 6 likes to go to 2. 2 likes to go to 5. Now, if we went to 1, 2-5-1, then kind of the song's going to be over. So we're going to substitute the 3 chord for the 1 chord, but we're going to precede that with a diminished chord. I'm probably throwing too many diminished chords in, but it's a teaching that kind of thing. So I'm on 3. 3 likes to go to 6. We know what to do. 6 likes to go to 2. Now I'm on the 5 chord, with my right hand though is playing a diminished chord. So think of these diminished chords like seasoning and food. You know, you put too much in there, it's not going to taste good. But if you you figure out the right amount, trust your ear. So let's do a scalular exercise. So we're going to walk up the scale. In our left hand, we're going to go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? Now, if we did no diminished chords, it would sound something like this. That's just straight diatonic harmony. But if we did so that changed the mood, the texture, just by throwing those diminished chords in. Let me go over that again a little bit slower. So I'm on the 1 chord. I'm going from 1 to 2. So I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna play some kind of 2 chord. This, some kind of 2 chord voicings. Now I'm gonna go from 2 to 3. So I'm going to precede that with a diminished chord. Now I'm on 3. Now I didn't say anything about preceding major chords with diminished chords because they just don't sound as good. At least to my ear they don't. So we're just going to go from 3 to 4. But we could go 4 playing 4 sharp 4 to that 1/5 thing again. Now we're going from 5 to 6. We're going. Now I'm on 6, and now we just need some kind of 7. Now we're back on 1 again. If you're ambitious, you want to be able to do that in whatever key that you are in, or whatever key your song is in. Let's play a little bit. Let's get some context to this. So let's see. Let's say if we're playing Amazing Grace. So that's just a 2-5-1 to the 4 chord. Now I'm on the 4 chord. Now watch this. There's that 4 sharp 4 diminished. Now there's that 1/5. So there it is in context. So let's do that again. So a 1 chord, that's a 2 chord in the key of F, because I'm hitting for F. Now how sweet, I'm on the 4 chord. There's that 1/5. Now, where's the song going? Yeah, we can throw another diminished chord in there. Why? Because 5 is going to 6. You get the idea? There it is in context. A lot of songs will start on the 1 and descend. When I mean the bass will go from C to A. So in our past videos, we dealt with that by going C and say, okay, A is my target. Okay, so I can go. So that's a 2-5-1 to minor. That's a 2. That's a whole another video and a whole another thing. But in this video, if you're on C and your destination is A minor, okay, do that again, Michael, slower. C chord, diminished, A minor. C chord, 6 likes to go to 2. Alright, I just gave you the chorus to a song. You put the lyrics to it, you got the next hit. I get like 5%, right? Just kidding. Just do that progression again. 6, diminish. Start over. 1, diminished chord, half step down from our target to the 6. There's a diminished chord. Why does it work? Because we're hitting for 2. Now I just played an E flat diminished, although I do have an inversion in my right hand. because of melodic considerations. Why? Because I don't want to go to 1, I want to go to 3. 3 likes to go to 6. To watch this melody is gonna stay. Trust me, once you get your head around and your hands around these diminished chords, you stick them where they're supposed to go, it really does beautify your music. Now, last time I played a B minor 7 flat 5 because I was heading for A minor, right? I was playing this. But I could fragment that. I can play. There's a B minor 7 flat 5. I can play that A flat diminished and end up right where I need to be. You can think of a song. Mary had a little lamb. It doesn't matter. My ear heard those chords as one Mary had. So I heard a 1, 6, 2. So, okay, so if my ear hears that as a 1, 6, 2, oh, I can stick some diminished chords there. So I got now what if my ear heard it, not the 2, but I heard it as a 4, because 2 and 4 are kind of interchangeable. Okay, no problem. So I can go 1. Now I need a 6. Now I can do that 4, sharp 4 diminished, to a 1/5. The 1/5 is really a 1 chord with what they call a pedal point. And almost always that's going to 5. So that's very churchy, 1/5 pedal point. Okay, hopefully that is a good review for some, new for others, of how not only to form these diminished chords, but where to place them in songs. Take that to different keys, and I will talk to you on the next video. This is Mike in Detroit. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.